Hello everyone. Before we start today's video, if you could all do me a solid and lightly tap the like button, perhaps share the video about and leave a comment. If you are not subscribed, subscribe as well. It would greatly help this channel. Thank you very much. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome to the exhibition of stupid people. Sorry about the lack of captain's log or visuals, I'm going away today, so I'm trying to record this, edit it and upload it before I leave for Norwich. So to start, Nada Al-Shami. The video I've done on this channel has done exceptionally well, over 35,000 views, thank you for that, by the way. Others have started talking about it, Repsion for example. A Nada Al-Shami video is coming. I'm just having a slow process of collecting videos from him among his involvement with Foodie Beauty. I am a one-man team. If anyone has sources from his deleted videos, please contact me. He was retweeting Mo Translates, who was discussing a YouTube article on Nada Al-Shami, which we're going to get to in a moment. Mo had tweeted the Nada Al-Shami YouTube article. He really tried to intimidate us, and we all as a community said, we won't be intimidated, don't believe us, just watch. With screenshots taken from the article. Courtesy of Barbecue Chicken, we have the link from Business Insider of the article itself, and that is where we're going to go for a bit. Before we do get to it though, I do want to say, while it is somewhat surprising more have not discussed this as a topic, because it is quite a severe and serious one, many people want to protect themselves as best as possible and not be involved in something so heavy. So I can understand why many who are within the commentary sphere don't want to associate with this, either because they purity tested the creators involved and decided they are not as Halo worthy as they might appear, or simply because the information can come across as murky. Or perhaps they agree with Nada Al-Shami. There are going to be people that do. There aren't many of them in the West, but there are some regardless. It is not for me nor for anyone else to tell people what to do on their channels with the content they produce. If you decide to make a video on Nada, go nuts. I look forward to seeing it because I'd like to see if anyone else can add more to the discussion. That's not to say my video sets a standard or a benchmark, because if it does, it's a very low one. I fully expect everyone else to be better, Repsion included-ish. So to the article. A group of YouTubers say the platform's flawed copyright system is putting them at risk of harassment and doxing by a creator with a history of violent threats. Not just violent threats. He has physically harmed his partner on camera, and we've seen it. He is misusing the copyright system because as time has gone since this article came out on the 2nd, he has lost so many of these copyright claims. It is getting quite stupid now. If you've won, by the way, and you see my video today, please put a W in the comments, just to indicate you are a winner. Several YouTubers say they've received copyright strikes on content that they believe is fair use, which for the vast majority is true because the content is, by definition, transformative. I'm now going to take you back a little to a LOL suit featuring Akila obviously, who was a dying YouTuber at the time of the LOL suit in question, and Sargon of Akkad. Sargon had been sued by Akila because he had taken one of her videos and cut it down quite a bit into a bunch of clips. It looked like it was quote mine cherry-picked whatever, for lols and bants, but actually he had just articulated a reaction to the 2016 US presidential election. He ended up winning because it was by definition fair use and she had to pay tens of thousands of dollars to him, which he wasn't interested in but he was going to take because it was hilarious to him. Her dying YouTube channel, she benefited really from him promoting her content even in a negative light. And clip channels for the most part are transformative. They pick out the very best bits of very long live streams to show the audience either the best and or worst, which can sometimes be the best, of the creator they are clipping. Many may turn their noses up at these clip channels. For me, I don't really take much of an issue with it, because I use them when I make my end of year reviews. It really saves me time. When Mrs. Fields, a YouTuber, received 2 copyright strikes on her channel last week, in order to fight them she was forced to submit her full name, phone number, email and home address. That is part of the copyright system. Since then, she's been bombarded with alarming phone calls from unknown numbers. When she answers, sound clips from porn play in the background. Mrs. Fields is one of several creators who believe a YouTuber that they've criticized in videos is using the copyright strike system to obtain their personal information to deploy it against them. In a YouTube copyright strike, one user requests that another content be removed because of alleged copyright infringement. Basically, if you feature anything with iSpeed in it, yeah. Or LBC, yeah. Any major news network, yeah. Because they're all bitch made. In the case of Mrs. Fields, her channel was flagged for clipping scenes from another channel that she recaps and provides commentary around. The man in question is Nada Al-Shami. He gained a small amount of fame for dating mukbang YouTuber called Foodie Beauty, Chantel, Big Beautiful Me, all those other names as well. Chantal, that one. He then started his own YouTube channel where he live streams rants and, quotes, cooks. He has 8,200 subs on his main channel, 2,500 on his alternate channel. 5 YouTubers told Business Insider that Nada Al-Shami has repeatedly struck their channels, alleging copyright infringement. During a live stream, he sat there on the iPad that Foodie Beauty bought him and went through every video that came flagged up in his studio app, and he just flagged over 130 videos. That's what he did. That's mental. There are channels on YouTube that have uploaded some of my content. I have never flagged them because I give permission for people to do it. If it's a regular video, 24 hours. If it's a very big video, you can re-upload it within a week. I don't mind. Just give me a bit of time to get the views out of it first. You know, that seems fair. But to be such a bitch to flag them, all you've done in turn is give yourself more publicity because people are now talking about you. I'm somewhat surprised Nada Al-Shami hasn't taken this article and hung it on the wall in his partner's apartment and then spent 24 hours cleaning it every day. The YouTubers against whom he has initiated strikes are caught in a precarious bind. Either they allow him to remove their content, or they attempt to fight the strike, which means offering up their personal information to him. During one livestream, Nada threatened to reveal Mrs. Fields' physical address, which she had to submit in an attempt to overturn the strike against her, where he said, "I've got your email, I want to make sure your address is right," where during that stream he also used her legal name, her first one that is. Now, according to the YouTube policy, users must submit personal information in order to appeal a strike so that the company or person who initiated the strike can get in touch with them. The only way to avoid disclosing personal information to the copyright claimant is to hire an attorney to pursue the issue on your behalf. Some of the creators involved have actually started talking to lawyers. Al-Shami, though, had said he had no intention of doxing targets, being quoted as saying their entire channel is based on me and ruining my reputation. This is causing loss of revenue and views for my channel. Fam, that's not why you're losing views. Or your reputation. Your reputation was in the mud because they found out you're an abuser. Your reputation was in the mud when people started coming out finding you were willing to release revenge porn. Your name was in the mud when you dated Foodie Beauty. Your name was in the mud when people realized you were a grifter, and that your type was typically wealthy women that you could sponge off and control. Oh, and you're cooking. We're not letting you get away with chicken sushi, alright? Your loss of revenue is on you. You have a bad reputation because of you. You are the instrument of your own self-destruction. If you want to fix that, you have to change. You need to change into something you have never been, a man. The article continues to talk about how some experts are kind of torn on this issue with Nada and the channels in question. Some do deep analysis, some only have very little commentary. The idea of clip channels as a whole, it's a tricky area to navigate of what does and does not fall under fair use. While Nada himself is confident he could win in a courtroom, it is not as clear-cut as he seems to think it is. My view on it is quite simple. Nada, you are a woman-abusing, cowardly bitch. I will also concede I do think perhaps some clip channels should add a bit more commentary of their own verbally, as opposed to words on the screen, just to add a little more to it to make sure they are as protected as possible going forward. Now to the final subject, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Def Noodles, because he seems to be transitioning from his squeaky, cutter clean, I'll block everyone because I'm super sensitive, maintain echo chamber type, to trying to be more edgy, but edgy against the very people who are pointing out this is not who he is, but also edgy to a point where he's getting himself into trouble over and over again, either because he believes himself truly untouchable, or because he knows the publicity for that will help his brand in other areas where he in turn could achieve superstardom. We'll start with something tame. Good morning from this 44-year-old unfunny loser, love ya, all caps. Ripped image underneath, don't care in the slightest. Repzilla though had commented, only a matter of time before you open an OnlyFans, which is fine, get your bag. Admit it, Rep, you'd pay for that. But then we can escalate it a little bit further, because Def Noodles has been offering an open challenge of sort. Twitter Spaces announcement, me versus my haters versus my fans. 10 of my biggest haters challenge me. 10 of my biggest fans talk to me. This Wednesday, September the 9th at 2 PM Pacific. Donovan had suggested he'd do it, but Edwin had correctly pointed out, make sure you're available on Wednesday the 9th. Well, Wednesday was yesterday, and that was the 7th. Have you worked it out yet? But we're not done. You see, there's more to this. Def Noodles, I just got doxxed. LAPD stopped by my club and did a full search of the whole building but found nothing. No fines, no warnings, I'm 100% clear. Thanks to everyone who reported me, love ya, middle finger emojis. Third roast battle happens September the 9th. Get your tickets now, link in thread. Should we even be talking about the ticket issue, where it's considered a bit of a scam with his whole Las Vegas performance? Yes, not a good look for anyone really, is it? But then there's an issue here. You say you got doxxed. Your full name is out there, everyone knows where your office is. Is it a dox? I'm not convinced. Because not only is it all out there, you've put it out there and others have gone there because they've gone to your event. Everyone knows where it is because of that. Your roast battles have an address, don't they? Or do people use the flu network? But we're not done. You see, while people are calling sus on this whole police turning up event thing, the whole swatting, dox thing, yeah, there's a bit of sus there. Def Noodles, I got swatted and then immediately banned on Twitch. I'm being unfairly targeted, not in caps. That's strange. Underneath, your Twitch account has been temporarily suspended. So you're not banned, you're suspended. The word banned has been kind of watered down, don't you think, by many people who think, oh, you were removed for a few days. That's indicative of a ban. I've been silenced. Oh my god, give me money on Patreon. He uses this for sexually explicit content. Why? Because during his live stream, which is also on the Def Noodle Show YouTube channel, well, it was, a stripper was there. The stripper got her tits out. Well, they were certainly better than the stripper that sent pictures through your tweets to other people, including a minor. I'll give her that. You did manage to cut away, and I'm not going to show the clip, obviously not. You did cut away, but you went back while the stripper was entertaining your friend. The same friend that it almost came across that you were going to drop the N-word to. Yes, we all noticed, and I've still got the clip of that. Everyone does. It's all over Twitter, in fact. This is all made for rather interesting watching for the past week, because you've managed to get into trouble on Twitch and on YouTube. You claim you're being unfairly censored, you've been swatted, you've been doxxed. Maybe you are setting up an OnlyFans. It might become your preferable source of income, especially if that ex-employee of yours has anything else to say on the matter, or is that an NDA she had to sign? It's so difficult these days to understand what's going on. Whether you intended to or not, whether it's just a joke bro or not, you Def Noodles have become one of the biggest jokes on the internet, which will not help you if your intention is to build a brand that is away from this.